Okay, so they're looking very woolly, but they're not going to very soon. Watch this space. Hi friends, welcome to Sunflower Hill, or welcome back. Hi, I'm Tina. I'm a single mum and homesteading in Australia, in southern Australia where I live, with a lot of roosters. I'm not feeling the greatest. I've got an awful headache, but I've got my sheep being shorn this afternoon and want to show you the process. We already filmed moving them up into the yard the other day. My kids helped me. Today I have my kids' dad coming to help. They're big, heavy, strong animals and they're way overdue for shearing. So I need a little bit of help with that, especially because I'm not feeling very good. I'm not feeling very good because it's hot today. It was really hot this morning and I was out in the sun for 4 or 5 hours getting stuff ready for shearing, as well as the usual things, and watering trees and things like that. So yeah, I'm not feeling too flash, but let's get on with it and get it going. I'm just waiting for the shearer to show up at the moment. It's not easy to get a good small flock shearer, but this woman seems to be really good and she's got good reports. So let's see how this goes. It should be good, and the sheep should feel a lot better afterwards. All right, let's get to it. Sheep, come on girls. Here's Molly. Hey Molly, good girl. There's Patch Puzzle. There's only 5 of them left. I used to have more, but I only want a few sheep now, but they are well overdue for their shearing, and Friday is going to be the day. What do you say, Moll? Eh? Get shorn on Friday. That's pretty good, isn't it? Molly was our first sheep. I've had sheep previously before I had kids, but Molly was our first pet sheep and we got her just before we moved here. Alright girls, these guys are a little bit more wary, so I'm going to move off and let them have their breakfast. But we're going to watch the shearing process through the week. I need to move them first. I need to get them out here. I need to get them out into this side paddock here. Then I need to get them up to that shed, the yard there, for shearing. So we'll come back later and see that process. It's not quite time to do it yet. I'll move them on Wednesday. It's now Monday and I'm going to let them have their brekkie. Sorry girls, you have your brekkie. Okay, well, we've got the girls out of the back paddock. Molly's here. When you're handling sheep, it's always really helpful to have one really tame one, or have them as tame as possible, and that's why I feed them every day. They need the minerals, but they also it really benefits me when I need to move them around to just be able to shake a bucket and call them. Sheep over there, they're way overdue for their shearing, you can see that. But there's some of them are more skittish than others. So it really helps to have a tame one. Now that's where I want them, up there in that shed. So the fact that they're heading up there is wonderful. I've actually got the kids to go and get me some carrots because Molly is extremely partial to carrots. So if I lead her up there with a carrot, I'm hoping that the rest will follow. And there's a lot of grass up there. Thank you, darling. Do you want to film?
Yep. Sure.
Okay. There's a lot of grass in there, so they should be happy. So this is a way of minimizing stress when moving the animals around. I'll give this to my son now. Okay, so last view of the sheep, all woolly and furry. How are you feeling, Mully? How are you feeling before your haircut? Okay, so they're looking very woolly, but they're not going to very soon. Watch this space. So I've put some of these daggy bits to good use. They're extremely good mulch around, particularly around trees, but even in your veggie garden. They will not just keeps in moisture, but it also prevents pests from reproducing in the soil. There's a particular, I'll show you in a tick on my cherry trees, there's a particular pest on them that wool helps prevent or helps slow the cycle. But this here is a one of my little hazelnut trees, and they're finally starting to do quite well. This one over here is doing even better. It's quite a good sized bush now. So I've put wool mulch around the base of all of these trees. Down there you can see the wool. So it actually breaks down and provides fertiliser. It's a very effective temperature and moisture control mulch, so it's really good stuff to use, particularly around your trees. Cherry slugs. They're a real problem. There's lots of ways you can get rid of them. Just by squishing them like that is one way, but you do damage the leaf a bit. Another way is just to throw any kind of dry powder. Ash from a wood fire is really good into the tree, and that dries them out and kills them. They're the larvae of sawflies, and the reason I particularly wanted to put the wool mulch around this tree is because the larvae apparently migrate up the trunk of the tree onto the leaves, and the wool helps to break that cycle. You can see there what they do. You can see it's eating all of the green parts of the leaf, and the brown part there is what it's left behind. So it's literally skeletonizing the leaf. You can see straight through that. It's eating all the green cells. But yeah, I've just about given up on cherry trees because of this. They've really just stripped these trees, and this fig here, which is doing fabulously, not susceptible to cherry slug at all. And look at the amount of fruit that's got on it. That's also mulched with the fleece. And you can see I've used the daggy bits of fleece, which is what you skirt off the fleeces. And I might do another video on skirting the fleeces and, you know, how they might be used. But anyway, this fig tree is fabulous. One of the sheep is baying for dinner. Okay. That little dot there is baying. Been a long, exhausting, hot day, and the shearing's done, thankfully. That little white dot there is the closest of the sheep. They don't want any more to do with this whole thing. Thankfully the heat has receded. It's about 20 degrees Celsius at the moment, which is much nicer. And it's going to get even cooler overnight. The others are over the hill there. I am absolutely sure they are extremely relieved to have all that fleece off them, because that was left for too long, for, you know, reasons beyond my control. But certainly next year it will be done much sooner. But it's a beautiful evening. Just beautiful. Hello, Molly. You go, Molly. Well, it's 3 or 4 days later, and I'm really glad that job's done for another year, and the sheep are really glad it's done too. I can't honestly say that I think they enjoy it any more than I enjoy having to catch them and do all that sort of stuff. But it's done, and they're perfectly happy now. And they're back out grazing and doing their thing and living their lives. Molly came and had a little chat to me a minute ago. So where from here for the sheep obviously is another year of not having to be shorn, but for me it's a matter of going through those fleeces. I'll have to wait till it dries up, because wonderfully, fabulously, marvellously, we're actually getting a bit of rain at the moment, so you could probably tell in some of the shearing footage that it was raining a little bit. There were just some drops of rain floating about, and we didn't get that much that day, but since then we've had here and there, we had a night of rain, and this morning we had some overnight, we've had some this morning, but it also does make it impossible to skirt those fleeces and do much with them. That's fine, they're just bundled up in the shed up there out of the rain. I will do another video on when I do something with the fleeces. I'll do another video on that, and I'll show you what I do, just skirting them, and I will also do a video on some of the ways in which I use the fleeces. I have to be completely honest and say I have not had much time over the last couple of years. Hello, Molly. go. I haven't had a lot of time. Molly, shit. I haven't had a lot of time over the last couple of years to do much with the fleeces. I was doing heaps. I was felting them into quite fine felt and then eco-printing that, and I was spinning and crocheting and doing a whole heap of things. So when I do tackle those fleeces, I'll show you some of the things I've done in the past, and I'll also do a video on prepping fleece and spinning, and I'll do some stuff on dyeing as well, on plant dyeing fleeces and stuff like that, because it is still an interest. I just don't get much time for it. Most of my time goes into the kids, homeschooling them, the farm, growing plants. Molly had a shake. And now doing these videos, because editing is really time consuming to make it look decent. Anyway, for now, thank you so much for watching my shearing dramas. Not that it was very dramatic, but thank you for joining us. Please, if you haven't already subscribed, if you could subscribe, that would be fabulous, and then you can see all my content coming out, and it helps me so very much in getting my channel going. Also, if you want to share any of my videos with friends or on social media, that also really helps, and liking the video and commenting also really helps me. And also, I just like to hear from people, and I've really enjoyed chatting with people and talking to other people with similar interests. So thank you all so much for joining me, and I hope you found it interesting. So for now, I'm going to go edit this and get it out for everybody to be able to see. Christmas is coming up, so I will probably take a week or two off over Christmas. So videos will slow down then, because I just do need a bit of a break. And honestly, Christmas is just a bit of an excuse to take have a bit of a rest. All right, guys, thank you so much for joining us. It's hooroo from me, and it's hooroo from